Hello, I was told that the Don't Wordle was interesting today, so let's do it. How does Don't Wordle work if you haven't played this before? Well, you are trying to fail Wordle. So if you're familiar with Wordle, you guess words. It gives you greens and yellows and grays. Greens mean the letter's in the correct spot. Yellow means that the letter's in the word but in the wrong spot. Gray means that letter's not in the word. So with Don't Wordle, we are playing Wordle, but we are also trying to avoid getting the answer correct. And we have 6 guesses to do that. Now, the trick here is that we can only make guesses that could still be the answer. And that's what makes this difficult. We can't just like reuse grays. We can't put yellows in the same spot. They were already there. We have to use greens once we learn that a letter's green, etc. Once we know a letter's yellow, we have to try it in another spot, etc. Like it basically tracks what are the actual possible answers it could still be. We have to guess from that list. We are allowed to guess words that are not on the answer list though, and that's a really good strategy for this game because you know it's not going to be an answer because it uses Wordle's answer list and accepted list. So anyway, long intro for that. I'm going to try the random starting word against my best judgment because it always is terrible. But anyway, let's do random starting word. Bulge. Oh, okay. Well, bulge is all gray. That's interesting. So now we're down to 3,032 words that we could guess. Could be worse. So the trick here is to use as few letters as you can and try to use the most uncommon letters as you can. And I prefer to only use one vowel per guess. And we can start with the least common vowels. So something like sissy would be nice, except I do like to preserve the S to guess a plural when I need to, because plurals are not on the answer list. So those are always safe to guess. Something like mommy would be good. I don't know if I want to end in Y right now. But if I do, mommy is a good choice. Okay, well, let's just go with mommy and go from there. I think that's okay. All right, it ends in Y, which is actually good. Having that green Y allows us to continue to do, you know, stuff like, well, puppy is not possible because bulge has that gray U. But maybe something like pippy is a word. It is. And there we go. So we can continue to do words that end in Y, and it's a lot easier to repeat letters when you know it ends in Y. So now we're not going to be able to do a plural. So I could use the S for other purposes, but what are some, there's jazzy. Jazzy is good. I think there's going to be an A in the word though. Yeah. And the A is second. That's actually good too, because with the A second, we can repeat letters pretty nicely. I gotta be careful about guessing words that could be the answer. Like Harry, for example, definitely could be the answer. You kind of just have to risk it. But I'm wondering if I can come up with a word that wouldn't be on the answer list. Something like savvy. So I might be able to win just by doing Harry then savvy if I get lucky. I think something like fatty might be good because I don't know if fatty's on the answer list. Let's give it a try. Okay, that's a really good result. 38 words left. It's a gamble at this point. I could try Harry. Is there anything I can think of that wouldn't be on the answer list? I don't know. Would hacky be on the answer list? Let's find out. It's not, because it's not a word at all, apparently. We'll try something else. Wacky. Wacky would definitely be on the answer list. But I mean, it's a 1 in 38. Well, how many answers are actually left? Well, Harry and wacky, and because that 38's including ones that are accepted but not answers. I'm gonna have to pick something. I could pick savvy. I could pick Harry. I could pick wacky. I don't know. My beard is hairy, so I'm a hairy guy. So let's go with Harry. Okay, good. Well, that was easy. Today's word was daddy. Okay, I can see why the person said that they accidentally wordled, because daddy is absolutely a word that you might decide to go with because it follows that thing of, hey, it repeats the same letter 3 times, so it's a good word to be using. Unfortunately, it was the answer today, So if you did go with daddy, then you accidentally wordled. I had a lot of words possible left. But yeah, cool. Well, pretty straightforward today. One with a random starting word and no undos used, so I don't think I could do much better than that. 20 words remaining is also really good. So when the word ends in Y, it's actually a lot easier to do well in this game, as long as you don't get unlucky and accidentally wordle. So cool. Let me know how you did on this one today. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.